I won the visa lottery in a few years ago, about 20 some years ago. I was in Nigeria, and when I won the lottery, it allows you to come to the United States. They give you the green card, so you have an opportunity here. It's the land of opportunities, right?
Right? Yes,
So I
ma'am.
remember coming to America, which it's not the movie this time. This is real. With only $10 in my pocket. True
Wow.
story. My family had nothing at the time I won the lottery, so my uncle helped buy the ticket, one-way ticket for me to come to the United States with $10. I remember landing in Detroit, and I prayed. I was like, God, I don't know what I'm going to do with $10. Thankfully, I have an uncle who I'll stay with, but that was it. My journey started. Like most immigrants, I went from McDonald's, Burger King. I remember getting my first paycheck, coming with $10, and I think it was maybe 50 or whatever then. And I was so excited. 9 months after I came to the United States, I got a job with T-Bank. And I remember the first day I walked into the bank, I made a prayer and I was like, God, you know what? This is an opportunity for me.
Welcome to the Texas Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview Texas real estate professionals from active real estate investors, lenders, property managers, and many others that provide goods and services into the real estate investing industry in the great state of Texas. Our goal is simple: to share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level, and to meet the pros that can help you get there. Texas Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and entrepreneurs build the business they need to live the life that they've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
All right. Hey, guys. Welcome back to the show. I'm your host, John Harcar, and I'm super excited today to talk with our guest here, Nkoli Ogwuru. Once again, hope I said that right. And we're going to talk about not only her journey in business and in real estate and what got to today, but also how she's really helping people achieve that American dream, right? That home ownership, why she's working with, a lot of first time buyers and those type of things she does. So Nkoli, welcome to the show.
Thank you, John. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I'm excited to talk about what you do. I love when I hear, someone that has a passion, for something like that is helping and giving. But before we get into all that stuff, what I'd like you to do is share with our audience a little bit about you, right? Your background, what got you into real estate, and really what brought you to today.
Awesome. Okay. So I won the lottery.
Yeah.
Love that kind of lottery that most people think about. So I won the visa lottery in a few years ago, about 20 some years ago. I was in Nigeria, and when I won the lottery, it allows you to come to the United States. They give you the green card, so you have an opportunity here. It's the land of opportunities, right?
Right. Yes, sir.
So I remember coming to America, which it's not the movie this time. This is real. And with only $10 in my pocket.
Wow.
True story. My family had nothing at the time I won the lottery, so my uncle helped buy the ticket, one-way ticket for me to come to the United States with $10. I remember landing in Detroit, and I prayed. I was like, God, I don't know what I'm going to do with $10. Thankfully, I have an uncle who I'll stay with, but that was it. My journey started. Like most immigrants, I went from McDonald's, Burger King. I remember getting my first paycheck, coming with $10, and I think it was maybe 50 or whatever then. And I was so excited. 9 months after I came to the United States, I got a job with T-Bank. And I remember the first day I walked into the bank, I made a prayer and I was like, God, you know what? This is an opportunity for me. This is 9 months, right? And I'm going to a job where I was paid, if I remember correctly, as a teller, it was $8.50 an hour.
Mhm.
So that's almost what I came to this country with, right? So I said, I want to make it in this country. I already said that in Detroit, but now the dream was becoming clear that I'm going to work in the banking industry. I'm going to meet people. I'm going to meet the rich, the poor, everybody in this space. And from then, my journey in the financial services industry started. A year after that, I started college. I went to college, Cleveland State University. I graduated in 3 years in business, bachelor's of business admin, and
Congratulations.
all of that. And from there, got married. My husband was in Nigeria. So we went back home, got married, and he came.
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
And I remember when I started the real estate journey was the year my husband came. He got a job in Texas. I'm in Texas now, and I had been in Ohio for like 9 years. And when he moved here, Texas has always been pricier. Like the homes have always been higher than other states. It didn't just start today. And he wanted us to move into an apartment. And again, I've worked in the banking industry for, at the time, 8 years.
Mm-hmm.
I've worked in lending. I've worked in credit. I've worked in all of that. I said, it didn't make sense. The rent for a 3-bedroom in Allen, Texas was like 3 times what I was paying for rent in Ohio. So I told him it was good to buy a home. And he struggled. He's like, oh, we pay cash. He's from Africa. We pay cash for everything. And he's like, I was like, you're never going to have enough like money to pay cash in America unless you're making, for a home. But he finally agreed and we bought our first home. But when we bought that first home, something struck in us. Like when we drove in from Ohio, the look at the time, we had a daughter. She was about 2.5, and I was pregnant with the second one. And I remember the look on our daughter's face. She was coming from an apartment and she ran into this home in Allen. She ran into her room and she ran down the stairs and she hugged us. And she said, Mom, Dad, thank you. We have our own home. She ran outside. And at that moment, because I was scared, moving to a new state,
Sure.
I had never been into. My husband had worked here for a couple of months and I was buying a home. But the joy in our daughter's heart and soul, like every fear disappeared. I knew we had made the right decision to get our family a home at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And it stayed back there. I worked in the banking industry. From there, my husband and I owned 2 pizza franchises.
Okay, wow.
We tried that. We failed forward. It was a nightmare. I remember what took me into the food business. I should have stayed with the financial services. So we didn't do so well there. We had to start again. Then 2016, by 2011, we had 4 children under 7. Yeah, wow. And so I had to stay home for like 5 years after we failed in our business, trying to run the business so that I could stay home. Then 2016, it became clear that someone my husband travels a lot. He still does.
Okay.
Work. So he's been consultant, lived in different countries for work. So now he travels locally. And it was evident that someone needed to be home. And I already told him when the last one turns 5, I will go back to work. But if you stayed home or worked for yourself, it's hard to go back into corporate America. I'd been home for I think at the time, years. I decided to go into real estate. He said, you do great in real estate. You're a salesperson. I was like, I know, but I want to do real estate as an investor, not as a job. But,
Right.
I went to real estate school. And that's how the journey into real estate started. It was
Okay.
mostly so that I can, have time for the family. But also it was a passion of mine. And me coming from the lending and the whatever background was phenomenal. So I had to build my business from the scratch. I'd stayed home. I didn't know anybody. I had left the corporate world, stay-home moms. I wasn't in any stay-home groups. So, but I had a church family, and that was how my real estate business started almost 10 years ago.
Wow. What?
If you're looking for consistent, high-quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency. It's the most sophisticated, data-driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
Was there something like a seed planted in the past with real estate? I mean, you've been in the financial stuff, you were doing all this other stuff. Why did you, because I heard you mention, you said, hey, I have to get into real estate, or I want to get into real estate. What created that passion for real estate or that want for real estate?
Okay, so my all-time favorite game is Monopoly. Do you know Monopoly?
Oh, yeah.
Honestly. So as a child growing up in Africa, I played it a lot. I love to buy the hotels. I love to buy the homes. I love to build that. So real estate was always in the blood. And like when people recommended that and said, hey, you do great, since you don't want to go back to corporate America, you can make money and still be home for your 4 kids with your husband traveling. And my mom used to stay with us to help with the kids at the time too. So it made sense. It's something I had even as a child that was going to do real estate investing, but it became, a career in 2016.
You have such an incredible story. I mean, you have that, and I wrote down Immigrant story. And I say that as like the view of like, if you looked at it like a movie, that sounds kind of like how a movie would progress. I mean, you came with nothing and you grew and you flourished. What were some of the things, some of the key attributes or, the habits that you had to grow to continue to keep just trying to go and build and get bigger?
So one of them was where I came from. My family was struggling when I came to the United States, and I knew they were counting on me to succeed because I had to help them, right? I came with $10. I had parents, I had siblings, younger siblings, and I only have an older brother. I'm the first daughter. Now, in the African culture, I'm going to teach you a little bit about us. The first daughters have a lot of role. We're like the mothers of the family. So I knew that burden was on me to be the mother. So I had to succeed in this country. So there was no time to play. If you notice my life, I started work, I went to school, I graduated. It's been like that the last 2 decades plus. So I said, family in Africa, they were counting on me. Remember I told you I came with $10. So coming with $10, I had younger siblings. I have my parents. They had no money. They were dependent on me. I mean, it was like I was sent the right time. So that drive, then the connection I had with people, I connect with people a lot. So, and I saw that it was just not my family. I had relatives, I have friends who were counting on me to help. I still do. Like I have foundations I support back home and stuff. So it keeps me going. Like if you see my story, there's never been a break. It has been constantly, how can I succeed? How can I help people back home? My parents, my grandparents, my relatives, my friends. So that keeps me going. And then here in this country, seeing the need for people people like me, immigrants like me, who come here with nothing, who have this dream, helping them see the dream of home ownership is my greatest joy, honestly. It's just like, it's possible. Everything is possible.
It is. And you're proof. We talked earlier, you're currently doing residential and commercial as a broker agent. What does your team look like? What are your goals? Where are you trying to get to? Talk about your business today.
Okay, so right now, my team includes just my husband and myself. Now, I do have a social media team helping me. Prior to this year, I had never been on social media. My business had been 98% referrals. But
That's
I don't.
kind.
Yeah, so I don't do no social media, but again, trying to expand my influence, and people tell me, my clients are like, why are you not on social media? When you're working with Gen Zs and Gen Ys, and they're like, where are you at? We don't see you. They're like,
Right.
you have so much to give. Don't hide yourself. So I started delving into the social media, So my team now is my social media team. I have an assistant, and then my husband and I do real estate together when he's available. So when I can't show homes, he helps me with that. So, but the growth plan is to add more people to the team in the future.
Got it. And I think you said start your own brokerage. Yes. Is that
Yeah,
your
I do
plan?
have my own brokerage,
Oh, you do
actually.
have it. Okay. That's right.
My
You want to
brokerage
grow
is
that.
called Mutual Inc. I started it in 2020, registered it in 2020,
Okay.
but I'm a broker under another broker.
Got it. Okay.
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
Okay. And then, when we started off at the beginning, we talked a little bit about kind of what your passion is, and you're passionate about helping people achieve that home ownership. And based on your story, I could see why. So let's talk a little bit about that or touch on that for a quick second. How do you help people really get into that home ownership?
Okay. So one of the things I do is I take my time with a buyer consult. My consultation takes about an hour and a half. And the reason I do that is I want to know that my clients are ready.
Mm-hmm.
I pride in the fact that, one, my clients don't lose their money, and I give my clients what they want. I tell them that my goal is to make sure I put you in a home that I don't want you 2 years after calling and saying, or a year or a month after, I regret the home.
Right.
So I do the consultation. Thankfully, I do have a mortgage loan license, so I pre-qualify you. I worked in credit. So if the credit doesn't look good, I tell you what to do to build your credit, or to rebuild it, or to start from the scratch, what to do. So I guide them through this process. That's what my process looks like, the consultation, look at their credit, and I tell them, if you can't trust me with the information to get you a home, this is probably going to be the largest investment you're going to make in your life, which is your home. That's
Right.
most people's largest investment.
Right.
And you're trusting me, you're coming to me to provide that to you. So you need to trust me through the whole process. I know what I'm talking about. So the consultation is critical to getting all the information to know when they're ready. It's not every time someone wants to buy a home, they're ready. And that's what I have to kindly help them understand. Like, okay, we're not ready yet. The credit doesn't look good, or the income, before you start messing up, running your credit up and down, let's go through this. And sometimes I tell them, you're free to, if you want to, go to Credit Karma or whatever, pull up your credit report. I'll help you look at it. I'll help you see what is wrong with the credit right now, what we can do, how to negotiate some things,
Okay.
guide them through that process before we get a home. So that's what the process looks like. And generally, once they follow those steps, we get a home within the set time I give them, 6 months, 3 months, whatever. And if it's a little bit too complicated, then I refer them to someone else who can guide them through getting everything ready, especially credit, before,
Got it.
So.
Okay. So kind of like a full, I don't want to call it white glove service, but you really make sure that they have all their ducks in a row.
Exactly. Because I don't want them to lose their money or get frustrated when, do you know how many people have gotten excited, written a contract, want to buy a home, and 3 weeks to close, 2 weeks down the way, and you're like, oh, sorry, you don't qualify.
Yeah.
And all the dream, everything, the inspection money is wasted. Why? So let's make sure these things are ready. I call it the red carpet service, actually.
Red carpet. There we go.
Red carpet.
Yeah. I like that. Do you think that that's something that's lacking in the space, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
I believe so. Because I've had second-time home buyers come to me and they tell me their first experience was not this way. They were lost in the process. So my clients are part of the process. Like when we go to show houses, I'm pointing out keywords like, oh, this is crown molding. This is trade ceiling. Why? I need them to understand the entire process. So they're not lost. When somebody's like, oh, what is that? So they follow even inspections. I make sure that they're educated. But many times in the industry, people just take people out to go buy a home.
Yeah.
So I think that's that's lacking.
Yeah, the communication, the discussion, the investigation that you do to really make sure that someone's ready is huge, and I appreciate that. If there's folks out there in Nkoli that are listening right now and well, before we do that, you're in the Prosper, Texas area, correct?
Yes, I am.
What areas do you work in? Is it primarily right around that in the Frisco area, or is there a specific area that you operate in?
So I work in the North Dallas area. I tried Houston Market, and I was like, what took me out here? I tried Houston. It was overwhelming. I did sell it, but like, no, I'm not familiar with this. Because I want to do my clients right.
Sure.
I don't want to just buy you a home. So I do the North Dallas area. So
Okay.
The Prosper area, the Wiley area, East Dallas, Garland. The contract I have written is I have Rowlett, then Fort Worth, just the DFW area.
The DFW.
That's what
Awesome. Okay,
yes.
Perfect. Well, guys, if there's anybody out there listening that maybe has some clients or maybe wants to talk with Nkoli about business in the area, please reach out. How do they get in touch with you?
So I'm on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. It's my brokerage name, Roots Wall. So it's R as in Roger, UTHSWALL, right? Roots Wall. That's on Instagram. They're starting TikTok, Facebook. Then on LinkedIn is my full name, Nkoli, Nkoli Ogwuru, Ogwuru. So there are ways you can reach out to me, and I can send you my information too. So if anybody needs it, they can reach out to us. So yeah, no,
we'll pull that off. We'll put it on put it in the show notes. And Nkoli, I appreciate you coming on here. I loved your story. Stay resilient. Keep doing what you're doing. Guys, if you enjoyed this as well, or if you have any questions for Nkoli, reach out. But I hope you all enjoyed the show. Nkoli, thank you again, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Cheers.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks for joining us for today's show. If you're looking to take your business and your life to the next level, you really need to learn more about the Investor Fuel Mastermind. It's your shortcut to success. To learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other amazing entrepreneurs, 100% financing on your deals, member-only discounts, and so much more, please visit investorfuel.com/Texas. By the way, Investor Fuel is even Texas-based. Also, if you're interested in applying to be a guest on this very show, the Texas Real Estate Pro Show, please visit investorfuel.com/Texas. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe on YouTube or your favorite podcast app so you never miss another episode. We'll see you on the next show.